What's going on? Today we are going to learn how to get stronger, gain muscle, and have less pain by learning how to make lighter weight feel heavier. So why is this important for you? So learning how to make lighter weights feel heavier is a great way to create longevity in the gym. Your risk of injury is less, your joints are going to feel better, and with both of those helping you make sure you don't miss your workouts, it's going to make your main lifts even better. So try these 6 techniques out. They don't have to be the exact same day, same week. Sprinkle them in where you feel like they might be beneficial to your specific plan. So the first tip is to learn to incorporate tempo training. So tempo training is when you slow down your reps to create more tension on the muscle group being worked. So if you look around a gym, the most common rep tempo is down for 1, up for 1. You're squatting down, you're popping up for 1. So, that's fine, but there are better ways to do it. So with tempo training, the most common slowing down of the movement is during the eccentric phase. So think about a squat. Check out this example. So as you saw there, that was a 4-0-2-1 tempo. So what do those numbers mean? The first number, the 4, is the eccentric phase. So it took me 4 seconds to get down. The 0, the second number, would be the amount of time that you pause at the bottom. So I didn't pause there, so that's 0. 2 seconds coming up, which was the third number, and then a 1 second at the end, recompose, take a new breath, and then get back into that new one, that next rep. So think about that, 4 down, 2 up, 1 pause. That's 7 seconds, whereas normally you do a squat, you pop down, you pop up. That's about 2 seconds. So think about that extra 5 seconds that you're getting on your muscles, creating that tension, times it by ever how many reps you're gonna do for that set, and boom, you got more tension, you got a burn going, and you're gonna create more muscle that way. The second technique is to learn how to do paused reps. So a pause rep is when you stop at the hardest part of the movement. You can pause from anywhere between 1 to 5 seconds and then finish the lift from there. So with that, you're losing all momentum from the first half of the lift. So a very common example of a mistake that you see people make in the gym is if they're bench pressing. They're lying back on the bar, they bring it down, they pop it off their chest, right back up for a rep. So there's no pause there. They're just using momentum from the force and then the momentum from their chest, pushing it back up. So think about that person in the gym that's lifting 315, but they're popping off their chest. They're all pumped when they get up. Think about if they were to add a 2-second pause. So they lowered it down. When they're a couple inches away from their chest, they stop. They lose all momentum. 1, 2, press. It's gonna make the lift so much harder, making lighter weight feel heavier. So check out this example of me doing a pause dumbbell chest press. So that was a great example of a paused rep. Also think about this when you're doing that. Think about how much more control you have to have with your barbell or your dumbbells when you're doing a pause. Instead of bouncing something off your chest, you have to learn how to control the weight, stop. So you're recruiting all these extra muscles, all your stabilizers to really get you stronger and build that muscle. Tip number 3 is incorporating 1.5 rep sets into your workout. So this one's awesome if you have a crowded gym or if you're traveling and you're at a hotel, they might not have the amount of weight you need to use. So say for example, you're working out and you need a 70-pound barbell. It's not available, so maybe you have to do 50. You can create extra tension by doing 1.5 reps of each. So check out an example of 1.5 rep dumbbell bicep curls. So as you saw, the hardest part of the movement is where I have the second half rep. So when you're doing a bicep curl, you come up, you're getting that peak contraction right there, and then you're heading down. Instead of going all the way down, you're bringing it back up. So you're getting 2 of those pumps into that bicep with that extra half rep. You do that 10 times, that's 10 extra pumps into that bicep that you wouldn't have got if you were just doing a regular bicep curl. Next up is segmented reps. This is one that's not very common in the gym. I very rarely ever see anyone do them. Is it because people don't know about it? Maybe. Is it because they suck? Could be that too. So a segmented rep is when you take 3 to 5 pauses on the eccentric and on the concentric. So on the lowering and the ascending. So descending, ascending on each rep. So here's an example of a split stance squat with 5 segmented reps. So as you can see there, I stopped at 5 different points on the way down, 5 different points on the way up. I created so much extra tension on my legs by doing that pause instead of just going down and up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all those extra seconds add up to get you stronger and help you build that muscle. Another advantage of doing segmented reps is that it helps with those sticking points of maybe somewhere in a lift that you struggle with. So if you're deadlifting or you're squatting and a place that you usually get stuck with, learning how to go lighter on the weight, pausing on that area, and then popping out of it is going to get you stronger when you go back to normal reps. So incorporate these to get stronger. So another way to get stronger and build muscle without manipulating the reps like we have with these first few examples is to just take shorter rest times. So it's been kind of a myth in the fitness industry that you have to train in a certain rep range to get stronger and build muscle. There's been newer studies show that you can build muscle in any sort of rep range with short or longer rest. One of the best ways to determine this is whatever reps you're used to doing, and if you've been doing it for an extended amount of time, it might be time to switch it up and try something new. So say you are someone that hangs out in that low rep range, you're taking long 3 to 5 minute rest, and you're only doing 1 to 5 reps. Doing high reps with shorter amount of rest could be great for your body to try something new, help you gain strength and build muscle. So when you do this, anything less than a minute is you're not gonna have enough recovery time. So you're gonna have to lower the weight, get more of a pump, but it's gonna get your heart rate up and those muscles are gonna be burning from it. To finish up, the last example is to do a classic drop set. So a drop set is when you start with a weight that you're used to normally doing. A good rule of thumb is to start with a weight that's about 80% of your 1 rep max. So you do your normal set, and then instead of resting, you immediately drop down that weight, do another set. You can drop it again, do another set. So there's no real rule for how many drops you have to do or by what range, but a good place to start and end would be so you start about 80% of your 1 rep max, and you can go down to about 30% of your 1 rep max. So that might be your main set, 1, 2, and you're at 30. Maybe you want to do 3 drop sets, but just all those extra reps are going to start adding up, creating more volume and more tension on those muscles. All right, there we have it. I hope you learned a lot. Now you know how to get stronger, build muscle, have less overall pain by making lighter weight feel heavier. So use these in your workouts, sprinkle them in, try out all the different ones, see what you like, what makes you feel good. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Find me on Instagram at VBA Fitness, or check out my website, vbafitness.com, for a lot more articles and videos. Have a great one.